welcome back to Arts and Craft with Miss Natoya. Today's art will be inspired by beautiful butterflies. I know you just love butterflies because they're so beautiful to look at. They come in different colors, sizes, even shapes. Butterflies are really cool and it makes a really fun arts and craft activity. So today we're doing butterflies. What's the first thing we need to do? Find a flat surface, whether it's a tabletop or the floor. Put some paper down because we're using paint, and every time we use paint it's a possibility that we might make a little mistake or a little spill, and we want to protect the floor or the tabletop. And some other things you're going to need: paint, white paper, you need a pencil or a marker, and you need scissors and all the pretty colors of the rainbow if you like. Whatever your desire for your beautiful butterfly, let's get started. I'm ready for my butterfly art. So let's move my materials to the side. The first thing I want you to do is grab a pencil. And we are going to draw a butterfly. A really nice, big, pretty butterfly. So the first thing you're going to do is start with the body. So the body in the middle kind of looks like a finger. Funny, right? Or like the number 8. It depends how you want your butterfly to look. I'm gonna make it like this. So I'm drawing a little light, so you're like, I can't see that, Miss Natoya. I know. I'm gonna trace it over with a black marker in a second so that you can see it a little bit better. I'm gonna put a little butterfly head. I'm gonna make this a little bit more equal. And when I say equal, I mean where the lengths match. It's more like symmetry. Yeah, I would say symmetry. What's on one side is exactly the same on the other side. So, like that. And then I would do it like that. And whatever side is longer, I would trim it up and make it smaller. So I'm just trying to freehand, meaning I'm doing it by hand and I'm not using a stencil or any fancy material. So I'm erasing a bit because I want it to look like a butterfly. I mean, butterflies are beautiful, aren't they? Now this doesn't have to be perfect, guys, because once you start putting the paint, don't worry about how it looks. It's gonna look amazing once it has some color to it. So just do your best. Do your best and let your butterfly do the rest. Alright, I think I'm gonna leave my butterfly like this. And I'm just gonna put a little bottom part right here. Alright, I think I'm gonna leave him like this. I think I'm happy, I'm satisfied. It has a very unique shape. Alright, so now the best part, the wings, of course. So for the wings, you want to start on the body. You want to go up to the top, and then we make a nice shape with the bottom. So butterflies are really special and unique. They don't all look the same, right? Some of them have patterns in their wings, and some of them don't. So symmetry, basically, like I said before, you do on one side, you try to do your best to get it on the other side the same way. So you just try to follow the same thing that you did. It's a little tricky at times, but like I said, we are doing our best. We are not going to get really upset saying, oh no, it doesn't look like that. Or better yet, it doesn't look like Miss Natoya's. Don't worry about that part. It shouldn't look like Miss Natoya. It should just look a little bit like Miss Natoya. It should look like yours, because you're the one doing all the good work. So I'm here trying to make the other side look similar to that side. And it's a little tricky, like I said. I'm gonna keep trying until I'm happy with the way it looks. Alright, I'm good with that. So that's my butterfly. It's a little light. I'm going to trace it over with a black marker. And then we're gonna start with the paint. Alright? Alright, so I'm just finishing up right here. Just retracing with a black marker. If you have a black pen, that's fine as well. And that's my butterfly. I'm gonna go ahead and erase the pencil marks that's around the black marker, just so it can look a little clean. This is part that's optional, you don't have to do it. I just like to get rid of those pencil marks. Alright, I'm going to put the colors that I'm using onto this little paint palette or paper plate. You can use either one. Here's the trick about this part. I need you to put the paint really thick onto the paper because it won't work if you do it very light. So I'm taking my brush and I'm picking up a lot of paint and I'm just scooping it on. And I'm just gonna do one wing, just half of it. It's gonna get just paint, right? And I'm gonna quickly put the other color because I don't want it to dry. I'm not gonna change my brush. I'm gonna just dip it in. It's gonna have a really cool effect. And I'm scooping the paint on, as you can see, because I want it to be thick. And I'm just quickly going to the next color. Just half of it, right? We're just putting the paint on half of a butterfly. Nice thick stroke of paint. And then lastly, I'm gonna put some blue. Don't worry about being in the line, just worry about getting the paint onto the paper. And this is why we put paper underneath, right? Because paint gets all over. Now, you're going to fold the other half that doesn't have any paint onto the part that has paint. Fold it over. Corner to corner. Press it down. Turn it onto the part with the paint. And you're just going to press like this, pushing the paint on. Some of the paint is going to come up at the sides. That's okay. It's going to get a little messy. We put things underneath to protect the floor or the tabletop. Alright? That's why I paint on a wooden surface. Alright, when you think you have it done properly, you're going to open it up. And that's it. Voila. Now, this part here, you have to let it dry before you do anything else. So I'm going to let this guy dry for a few minutes, and then I'm going to come back and we'll move on to the next step. Okay, so your butterfly should be pretty much dry, right? Most of it. From the black line that you'll see printing through underneath your paint, that's what we're going to follow, and we're going to cut it out. If it's easier to do it this way, so that you can see at the back the lines printing through, then sure, use that way, that's fine. And I'm just gonna cut out my butterfly following the lines. Take your time and cut and follow your lines. Like I said, if you can't see it this way, but you can see it when you open it inside, that's okay. Do it that way. I think it's a little easier for me if I use this way because I can kind of see it printing through. I'm taking my time and I'm cutting, following the lines. Make sure you're using a kid-friendly scissors. And if you don't have that and you have the adult scissors, make sure you're asking your adult to help you cut. So I'm just cutting right now, cutting off the excess, meaning the extra pieces of paper. I'm cutting that off. so that it's easier for me to okay. This is kind of the head of the butterfly, so I'm just going to go around. Alright, are you ready for the big reveal? Alright. Ta-da! I have a beautiful butterfly. But it looks like I have two heads. I think I have to go back inside here and do some work with the head of my butterfly. I have two heads. But you get it, right? You have your beautiful butterfly. I'm going to fill in this area right here that's a little bit naked with some extra paint that I may have. And I'm going to fix the head and then you'll see the final product. But how cool are the colors, right? You have this beautiful colors on your butterfly and you only had to do one wing because the other side got the same colors, right? So let me go fix it up and then I'll be right back. Quick little emergency here. On a piece of paper, I made a circle and I cut it out and I glue it onto the top of my butterfly. So he had a little bit of an emergency surgery. Now I'm taking a black marker and I'm just coloring that circle right here. And voila, that's it. That's my butterfly. How pretty and beautiful does it look? If you want, you could cut out a few strips of paper and just add it at the top like an antenna. That's up to you. I might be able to do that really quickly. So I'm just gonna cut 2 strips of paper. And I am going to get my glue stick and I am going to glue them on really quickly to the top right here and then the other side right there. And now you can take your black marker and you can color it. And now your butterfly has an antenna. Got a little glue right there. Ta-da! That was really quick, right? And you have this really cool, beautiful butterfly. If you like, you can put some black paint in the body, or you can color it with your black marker if it's completely dry. But either way, it's a beautiful butterfly. So guys, what did you think of today's beautiful butterfly art? Were you able to follow the steps? Was it easy? Did you have a lot of fun? Were you able to complete the entire artwork? I hope you were able to do so and you did your absolute best, because when you do your absolute best, you end up with beautiful masterpieces. Remember to hashtag butterfly art so Miss Natoya can see the beautiful work that you've done today. Until next time, stay inside, stay safe, and wash those little hands. Bye guys!